Hi! I totally forgot to update this vlog because I hadn't updated it in about a month, maybe two-ish, almost two. Um, because I was thinking, last month I wasn't reading at all because I was focusing on writing and finishing my books. I wanted to get it published, which is now published. Vampire's Creation sequel to Realm Monsters. You can now get it on Amazon, but and then this month I wanted to focus on Pride books and this is the first indie book I'm reading in like 2 months because it was the only indie book on my physical TBR that has queer characters. So, but I forgot to update when I actually did start it. I started it yesterday, but I didn't get very far yesterday. I don't remember why. I think it's because I started it kind of late and then I got tired. Oh, I wasn't feeling well, right? I ended up not feeling well last night, so I ended up going to bed earlier. And I stopped reading it. But I made a lot of progress in it today. It's called the Mantis Variant. Um, and I know the author, he actually sent me the art copy for this. So I've been reading the art copy, and I am really enjoying it. I know I'm exactly halfway, I think, in the book. And I am really enjoying it. It's really good. It's like horror is a little bit different than what I usually read because even though I love horror movies, I don't tend to read horror books and I don't do that on purpose. I just when it comes to it's like when I watch TV, I watch almost every genre except for romance because I'm not a romance fan. Pure romance at least, like I'm okay with romance. Indie stories, just not only romance. Like there has to be more to the plot. Like it's okay if y'all want to read romance, it's just like not for me. But when I read, I tend to only read fantasy. There is a few books on my TBR that is not fantasy. Because I do actually have a horror book, or it might be thriller, I'm not sure, that I want to read. It's called Final Girls. And I like the concept, so I want to read it. I just haven't gotten to it yet. And then there's also a Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I think is a trilogy, and I own book one, and that's mystery. Because I do like mystery. I feel like I like it, but I can't name any mysteries TV shows I actually watch, to be honest, except for Pretty Little Liars. Um, but yeah, so I do have some fantasy outside of my reading TBR, but I tend to only read fantasy. Really, except for Aaron Hunter's books. Though some of their books have fantasy. Like one of my favorite series of all time, which if you guys are not new to my channel at all, then you'll know I've talked about Seekers by Aaron Hunter quite often because it is one of my absolute favorites. It's pretty much even like tied with Harry Potter, and you guys should know how much I love Harry Potter as well. Like those two, there's just no topping it. Those two are two of my favorite things in the entire world. And Seekers, even though the main genre would be like either adventure, I say it's more adventure and with some action, but there is a fantasy element in it because one of the characters is a shapeshifter. So there's that. But this book is horror, and I am really enjoying it. The very first chapter was very, very murdery and very, very gruesome. Did I find it scary? Did I find it too gory? No. I love gory. Like, you guys may not know this because I don't think I talk about TV related things that much on this channel. I have a TV channel for that. But I love horror. I do. I love watching horror. Um, I love what are my favorite horror movies? Scream and Nightmare on Elm Street are up there. They are my very first two I've ever watched, and they still remain to be my favorites. I also really like Conjuring, but that's a thriller, not horror, so it's not that gory, but it's really good. I love the Conjuring movies. I really like Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunter. I noticed I like a lot of underrated horror movies I don't hear people talk about much. Truth or Dare, the one with Lucy Hale, because I think there's a couple. I really like Ouija as well, but I feel like that one doesn't really get that gory. Like the deaths are not that gory. Um, I know something does get kind of gory on Nightmare on Elm Street. Maybe that's why I like it so much. But yeah, I am a huge horror girl, and um, I I really am enjoying this book. I'm halfway, and like I said, the first chapter itself was very, very, very gory, and I'm liking all three of the main characters so far. most of these adults and parents suck. But there's some good ones. Like I'm kind of liking this um Mystic and his husband. So far, they haven't been on too long, but I'm liking them. I hope I continue to like them, and I hope they do not get murdered. But this is horror, so who knows? In horror, you are not allowed to like characters because those characters will probably die. I'm still not over a death that was in Scream 5. That death I will never be over. Like, no. He survived all the other movies and he couldn't survive this movie, and I'm still sad. Um, so I'm scared to like characters because I don't know who's gonna die. But, oh well, that's what happens when you watch and read horror. But I am so excited to continue. I hope to finish it tomorrow. It is 11 p.m. I stopped reading it a few hours ago, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure when I stopped reading it because I wanted to get some writing done. And I got good progress on my writing, I feel like, as well. So I made progress on reading and writing today. Yay me! Because I do find it hard to find a balance between reading and writing sometimes. Like, I'm either only reading or I'm only writing. Like, I can't find a balance to get reading and writing done. But I did today, so I'm very happy with myself. Um, so yeah, I definitely, if you're a horror fan like me and you're okay with the gruesome, then I definitely highly recommend checking it out. Um, I was advised not to eat before the first chapter. I ate before the first chapter because I was hungry and I wanted to eat before I started reading. Because once I started reading, I may not be able to stop. But I don't think if I wouldn't say it wasn't disturbing because it was, but like I didn't mind it. I don't know what that says about me, but I don't get scared that easily. Like horror movies just generally don't really terrify me. Like I can watch them at night in the dead of midnight when it's pitch black, and when I do watch them, I like all the lights and everything to be turned off. I want it to be pitch black while I watch this horror movie, and I can eat while I watch it, no matter how gory it is, because I am a weirdo. So yeah, but I definitely do recommend it. I am loving it so far. I'm excited to continue it. I know book 2 is out. I think book 3 is out as well now. So, because I think he's working on book 4. So yeah, I only have the first one book, but I really hope I can get a hold of the other books soon because I'm gonna want to read them, obviously. But I am also broke. So as soon as I can, I will be getting the other books because I'm going to want to read them because this book is really good and I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I don't really gravitate to horror books despite loving horror movies, but um, I do like the horror genre obviously, and I am really enjoying this book. And I just can't wait to find out what happens. And like I said, I want to finish it tomorrow. Um, depending on how, I don't think I'll be that busy tomorrow. Because I have like plans on Saturday and Sunday, I think, like live streams on both those days. But uh, so I definitely want to have it done either today or tomorrow or Friday. So that is my plan, and I think I can do it. I'm already halfway through, and that was mostly a day I got done. So yeah, I plan to read it, and I know I'm going to keep enjoying it because it's really good. So I definitely highly recommend checking it out. If you have not, like I said, it's called the Mantis variant. So check it out. Hey, it is the 29th, 10:35 p.m., and I finished reading the Mantis variant. I rated it 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. It was so good, but it also made me cry, and it made me very emotional, and it made me kind of be utterly broken and destroyed. But it was still very good. um, I'm very sad though, because my favorite character died, and I'm not okay with that. I absolutely loved her, and I don't know how to move on with my life. But it was really good. I did rate it 5 stars, and I reviewed it on both Amazon and Goodreads. I definitely highly check it out, especially if you love dystopian horror, because it's kind of has both. Um, and it's also a fantasy element because a lot of the characters have superpowers. So yeah, definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. It was amazing, so good, so unique, so different than anything I've ever read, and I just absolutely devoured it. Like I said, I pretty much read it in 2 days, and yeah, I loved it. It was so good. I'm still sad though, but it was good. And I definitely would highly recommend it to anyone. Make sure that if you do read it, you are good with horror because there are some gruesome scenes, especially in the first chapter. I just want to warn people who I know not everyone is equipped to horror and gruesome scenes like I am. I just wanted to let y'all know that it has that. But it's really good, and if you can handle horror, I definitely think this would be the perfect book for you. So go check it out on Amazon, everyone. Hi, I forgot to mention, but yesterday I started the second book of the Mantis variant, the Mantis Equilibrium. I even did an review, a book review of it, and I loved it. I finished it that night. Like I finished it in one sitting. It was so good. I loved it. I love so much about it. You guys can watch the book review because it was amazing. I do not plan to read today. It's already 7:49 p.m. I forgot to do this update, but I'm currently writing. I do plan to read it tomorrow, and maybe I can read it in one sitting too, or at least in one day. I hope. I don't know. It depends on my mood tomorrow, but I really do want to finish it because I am loving it. And book three is the last book that is published, though. I am going to be better reading his fourth book, but that won't be until next month. So yeah, I am excited to read book three and see how the story continues after book two, because now they're in the midst of a war, so that's gonna be lots of fun. um, and yeah, it was just really good. Obviously, I finished it in one sitting. I don't finish every book I read in one sitting, so that just shows how good it was and how invested I was in reading it. And yeah, I loved it. So I definitely highly recommend checking out this series, especially if you love horror and gore, because horror and gore is amazing. I'm a horror nerd, so definitely check it out. And yeah, so I'll update you later when I read book three. So, which I hope will be tomorrow. So, until next time. Hello, I just want to come in and stop by real quickly to say that I have finished the Mantis Corruption. I started and finished it in less than a day. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I just did the book review, which is I I'm preparing it for upload, so that will be out very soon. So definitely before this vlog will come out, because this vlog still probably won't come out until the beginning of next month. But I will say that I keep shaking this table, so my camera's shaking. Sorry about that. But I loved it. I rated it 5 stars. Reviewed it on Amazon and Goodreads. It was amazing. So much gore. Oh, like I always say, gorier the better. And the new characters were amazing. So glad to see the old characters again. And I love the coming together scene, as I always do. They all came together and became a found family, because that is the best. And I liked how a couple of the characters tied into the end of book two, which we didn't even know because we didn't know the characters yet. And um, I loved certain scenes, and I loved the friendships and found family, and the fights and the gore, because it was just amazing. I don't want to say too much because I already did a whole book review on it, but I will just leave it with saying that it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I can't speak. It is 3:11 a.m. But yeah, so it was amazing. Definitely read it. This entire series, I highly recommend. It is amazing. As you may know, well, if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you'll definitely know that I am a fantasy girly. I read almost only fantasy, and it's always either middle grade or YA, mostly YA, but sometimes middle grade when I find a good middle grade. Which, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of middle grade that I do love, but I do tend to go to YA a little bit more. Um, but there are sometimes I stray from fantasy, and when I do, it's usually either fantasy, horror, or mystery. But this series is just amazing. I knew I was going to enjoy it. I just didn't realize how much. And I'd say it's pretty high up on my favorites list. Um, and
that's very hard to do, especially if you're not fantasy. So way to go, the series. The series is just amazing. So yeah, definitely check it out. I can't stress that enough. Especially if you love horror. Like I always feel like I need to say, make sure you're okay with gore and horror because there's lots of it. And I know there are some people that can't handle it, which is perfectly okay. Um, it's just not for some people. But just know ahead of time that there is a lot of gore, and when I say there's a lot, I mean it gets gruesome. There's limbs being torn off, blood spewing everywhere. There's some cannibalism. That's a big part of this series. So definitely have to be okay with some of those things to read it. But if you are, then you found the book for you. Check it out. It's available on Amazon. Highly recommend. So I'll update you next time. I wanted to read two more books this month, but it's already near the end of the month. I don't know if I can. So I'm going. So I really want to read B because it's one of my um most anticipated reads. So that's the one I'm gonna read next for the last book of this vlog. Um, so I will come back at you with letting you know how B turns out or when I start B, and I'm so excited for it. The author's amazing. I know her on Twitter, just like the author of the Mantis Clan series. He's also amazing. So definitely follow them both on and definitely read these series and support them because they are amazing. And I'm so excited to start B and read book 4 of the Mantis Clan series once I can because it was amazing and it did leave off a cliffhanger that one makes me question things and want more answers and want to just more content. So I'm so excited for book 4 whenever I get to read it. So yeah.
Hey, it's me. So, I, uh, so it's 11:30, yeah, almost 11:30, 11:21 p.m. on the 31st. And earlier today I did read, I wanted to finish this book this month. Won't happen before midnight, and I don't know if it'll happen tonight, to be honest, because it's almost midnight. I do want to get further, though. I want to get at least to 100 pages. I'm page 65. I started reading it earlier, and I plan on reading it all day, but then I end up having a very busy day, a lot busier than I thought I was going to have. But I am really enjoying it so far, despite only being like 50 pages in, and I'm having fun with it. Um, I'll see if I can finish it tonight. I don't know. It depends on how tired I am, because I'm already feeling a little bit tired and stuff. But I have new tabs, so I'm finally able to tap books again. So I've already tapped it a few times, 3 times I think, something like that, maybe more. So I've already tapped this book a little bit. I don't know if you can really see them, but yeah. So I can tab because I miss tabbing my books. So I have a little bit of a new system because I have different tabs than I had last time, but more or less they're the same. I don't have as many colors as before, so I just had to double some of the colors or something like that. Like orange was used to be friendship scenes, but now it's friendship and family scenes because uh, it's complicated. I have a complicated system. If you guys want to know how I tab my books, I did a video on it once before, but I can do a new video since I have new tabs and a new system. But more or less it's the same. And yeah, so I'm going to be finishing this. I will uh, finish this book in this vlog before I update it or upload the vlog since I already started this book technically this month, even though I probably won't finish it this month. Um, I mean, I definitely won't finish it before midnight. It's almost 11:30, but who knows if I can finish it tonight. Depends on how into it I get and how tired I get, because I'm already feeling tired, like I said. So it all ends up depending. But if I don't finish it today, I definitely want to finish it tomorrow. I want to at least get to page 100 and then finish it tomorrow. I think that's going to be my plan. And then that way I can at least be 100 pages in, and then I'll be first 10 pages, 10 chapters in, 100 pages in, and I can then go to sleep. But yeah. Um, so I'll let you know how I like this book as when I update it tomorrow. When I update this tomorrow. Hello.
So I have been reading today. I haven't been reading much at all this week because I've had a very busy and tiring week. Plus I was also sick for the last couple of days, so that didn't help. Um, but I read a lot today. I am 52% in. Um, and it's getting even better than I already was, and I am severely enjoying this book, and I'm so excited to continue. I'm not sure if I'll finish it today. I might finish it tomorrow. Well, if I'll definitely, I can't speak today. I'll definitely finish it tomorrow, if not today. It's oh geez, I didn't realize it was that late. That's how much I've been reading. It's barely almost 5 p.m. So and it's the 6th of August. I forgot to mention that. So, because I also want to get some writing done, because since it's been a very busy week and I've been sick, I haven't done much writing either, which the point of this month and next month is to do almost nothing but writing. Which is why I'm not going to read as much. There are some books I still want to read, like I definitely want to read this book, and there's a couple other indie books that I have the art copies of through email that I want to read. But I definitely want to focus on because I have a goal of when I want to publish this book. But this book's also going to be a lot longer than the first two books in the series. And I also might be getting a job next week. So because of that, there'll be less opportunities to read and write. So I want to write today as well. So I'm about to eat. Um, and then I'm not sure if I'll read anymore today. It depends on my mood, I guess. But I'll definitely finish it tomorrow because I do want to get this done, and I am really enjoying it. I want to find out what happens, especially with what has just happened, and I have so many questions that I am dying to know the answers of. But yeah, so I will definitely finish it tomorrow. But I want to get some writing done because I'm a little bit behind schedule at the moment. Um, so yeah, that is my plan. um, so I will let you guys know how the reading goes if I end up reading any more today and when I finish it tomorrow because I definitely do want to finish it tomorrow. So I'll let you know.
Hi, I have not updated, but I'll explain that in a minute. I said in my last day I was gonna finish B the next day, but then that didn't end up happening. And I'm still reading it. I'm enjoying it, but I just started a job and I haven't worked in a little while, so I've just been very tired, very worn out, very little energy. But I have been reading. I've been because after I get home, I've been just resting, not doing much. So I've been reading during my breaks. I have like 3 breaks plus a lunch break. So three 15-minute breaks plus a half an hour lunch. So yeah, I've been reading throughout that for the most part. Um, and I've actually gotten a pretty good portion done last 2 days from yesterday and today from reading throughout all my breaks. Um, I'm on page 290, I think. So pretty good. I think I have like 100 pages left because I think there's like 382, so around 100 pages left. So yeah. Um, I probably won't finish tomorrow unless I have energy after work and read, which, if I do have energy, I'll probably spend it on writing because, I have a goal for writing and I'm trying to get it done, uh, while working. And, it's taking a strain on me because I have not worked in a hot minute. I think it's been a good 2 years since I actually worked. I might be wrong. It might have been a year. No, I think it might have been two. I don't know, somewhere around that. A year or two. Maybe a year and a half. I don't know. But yeah. So, but I am reading and I am enjoying my books all the way over there and I really don't want to get up, so I'm not going to grab it. But I am loving it even more and it's just getting better and better. And there were parts that made me laugh, parts that made me sad, parts that made me I'm just loving it so much. So definitely highly recommend this book, B by Ellie Lieberman. Um, and I'll update you when I finish. I don't work Saturday and Sunday, so tomorrow's Friday. I will be working or reading during my breaks as per usual. Lunch, I think I read like half of this because I don't read while I'm eating because I don't want to get, my sandwich stuff or Dorito mess in the book. So, but after I eat, I will read. So I think I only end up reading half the lunch period anyway, so that's like 15 minutes. So for 15 minutes. um, and yeah, but I am uh loving this book, and I'm so excited to continue it. Like I said, I don't think I'll finish it tomorrow, but I'll definitely finish it next week. Because with if I read during every break again next week, then I'll definitely finish it at some point next week. When I have no idea, but I'll definitely let you know. Hi, it is Monday 6:17 p.m. and I didn't end up reading last Friday. Like I said, I was going to because I figured I would, but because I have been reading during my breaks and lunch break at work, but I didn't because I wasn't feeling too great half the day. And getting through work was kind of a struggle at times, so I just relaxed on my break and didn't do much of anything. But today I read a good portion. My book is in my purse and I don't want to get up. But I am loving it. It's just so good. I love and it is definitely getting to the exciting part. I'm pretty sure they're about to go to battle and I'm so excited for it. And I love the friendships. Like there hasn't really been any romance yet, which I'm totally fine with. I feel like romance can be a bit overrated at times anyways, and friendships and found families are so underrated. They're some of my favorite things to read about. You probably would you definitely know this if you read my fantasy novels because even though a lot of them does have romance, it's always a very subplot thing, and friendship and family is always like one of the biggest main focus besides the actual fantasy and magic happening. Um, because it's very important to me, and I love that there's so much focus on these friendships because I love Ari and Henry's friendship. Um, I love Henry and Iacon's. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Friendship. Uh, I also like some of these sibling relationships. Like I like Henry and Frau's relationship. Um, I like Ari's relationship with the twins, her twin brothers, Rowan and Pine. She has four brothers, I think. Rowan and Pine, who are the youngest. Uh, Wells, and then Nick. I couldn't remember his name. Around. I almost said Nico. I was like, wait a minute, that is not right. I was just talking about Percy Jackson with someone the other day, and we were talking about Buddy reading the new Nico book, and so Nico apparently is on my brain. But Nick, who I'm pretty sure is the eldest, and I feel like Ari and Wells, who don't seem to like each other from the beginning, have like potential to get closer after this one scene I read, which I kind of hope so. And I also kind of hope Nick returns and that him and Ari can get on good terms again. But yeah, I like some of the sibling relationships and stuff, and I love the characters. Ari and Nick are Ari and Henry are definitely my favorites as of right now. But I am so excited. Um, I know I'm very excited to finally meet Sarah because she's mentioned a lot. Plus, um, I've heard her mentioned by the author, who I'm pretty sure an Impossible Dream is mostly about her. Like she's the main character in an Impossible Dream, which is going book two, but it's not out yet. So I'm very excited to finally meet her. But I'm very excited about upcoming battle and stuff. I definitely think I can get it done within the next few days. So I'll definitely keep you updated and let you know how that goes. Because I am loving it and I cannot wait to find out what happens. Hi, so I know I haven't updated a bit, but I think I mentioned in my last couple of updates that with this new job and I haven't worked in a couple years, I have been exhausted and drained and haven't been doing much, if anything. I don't think I've been filming that much. The videos I have been uploading are ones I did a while ago. I just haven't actually edited it and got it out there yet. Um, and I haven't really read much or written much, which I want to change the writing part at least. I might be taking a bit of a break from reading, except for a couple art copies I want to read since they were, art copies. But um, because I want to focus on writing if I can, because like I said, I have this goal, but I want to get it out. um, so that should be fun. But I finally was able to read, um, and I finished B,
It usually doesn't take me this long to finish a book that I loved that I was loving this much. But like I said, I've been very exhausted, very drained, and I've been watching a lot more TV than I usually do. I mean, I used to be a huge TV watcher when I was younger, but these days I don't watch as much TV as I used to. But all I've been wanting to do is watch TV because I've been too exhausted or drained and just mentally not there for me to do anything else. But I finally had the energy to read. Today is one of my days off, so yay. And I loved it so much. Like, I've been loving this book from start to end because it started off so good and then it ended so good, but also so tragic, and I'm very heartbroken, and I might have cried a little bit, just a little bit. Um, cause one of my favorite characters dies, and now I'm sad because I loved him. Um, but the final fight was so good. There were some very good friendship moments between the two main characters before one of them died. Um, and Ari and Henry are my favorite characters, and I love their friendship. Like, um, as you guys know, well, as even if you haven't read my books, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned on my channel with reading and writing, one of my favorite things is friendship and how it can be overshadowed by romance, and I don't like that. Don't get me wrong, romance is fine. Like, I don't mind it. And there are some ships that I really love, but friendship is just better to me. And I'm so happy that friendship is so prioritized in this friendship and family relationships because there's Ari and her family drama, and then Henry and his family drama, plus their friendship moments. Um, there was also another death on here. He wasn't. I feel like he was more of a side character, but his death still upset me because he was just such a good guy and always there for Henry, and his death did end up upsetting me. I don't. I didn't cry for it though. It just upset me. It was kind of shocking. Like, I didn't see it coming. Uh, but yeah. So all in all, it was amazing. 5-star reads. I slid a 5-star read. I reviewed it on Amazon and Goodreads, and I highly recommend it. Definitely check it out. This is the last update for the reading vlog. I'm about to film a review for this book, so I'm probably gonna get the review out before this because the review is gonna be a lot less exhausting to try to edit than this huge vlog, because this vlog I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pretty long and I'm not looking forward to editing it. But thank you for watching me on this very long vlog as I read indie books. This was gonna be the last indie book I read because I didn't think I was gonna be able to get any others, but now I have Kindle Unlimited and I also have 2 more art copies, so I will be starting another indie vlog once I get into those art copies and then read those Kindle Unlimited books because there's several that I do want to try on that. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment. If any of these books sound interesting to you, I highly recommend checking them all out, and I'll talk to you guys next time.